watching these old monster movies, not the scary slasher movies that a lot of my friends liked when I was a kid. The stuff that came out in the 80s and 90s, the R-rated stuff. I never liked that stuff. I never liked the real scary stuff that much. I never really watched too many of those type of movies, to be honest. I'm not really that interested in them. They're not, for so many reasons. They're not really. It's probably also to watch a lot of those movies. I don't really know that much, but and I know people say stop to watch movies. Also, it's a waste of time, and maybe it was wrong watch office. But my argument is, it's a lot of Hamish people that go to like Hershey Park and things, or they go to baseball games. And I don't see what's enough commitment, really, to be honest. Between one thing that's clean type of fun, another time it's a clean type of fun. Of course, we make time to daven and to learn while we're on the trip. We don't forget. But it's a time together with the family. It's a beautiful, beautiful event. It's a family-friendly event. It's something that I appreciate very much. And it's really an incredible event. There's really only two conventions I've been to so far of this type of genre. And even though they're similar in many ways, they're also very different. There's one that's a lot closer to us in northern New Jersey, is Chiller Theater. Now, Chiller Theater is a much bigger convention, and it has many more celebrities and many more famous celebrities. And generally we go because we enjoy the celebrities who are there, but there's not much else going on there. There's just they sell tchotchkes there, books and videos and toys and things and models and all kinds of things there. And they have the celebrities signing autographs, and that's it. And there's always a lot of people. It's very crowded. And we go, we enjoy it, but it's, on the other hand, it's not exactly our crowd 100%. But as much as Monster Bash, we really feel at home. Because even though it's very far away, it's almost 6 hours driving to get to northern Pittsburgh, Mars, Pennsylvania. It's a big schlep. But it's kedai because it's so much fun. It's worthwhile. It's really a lot of fun, and not only that, but it has the vendors with all this. A lot of the same vendors go to both events, and the Monster Bash folks go to Chiller. I saw them there in April, and it was nice seeing them. But the thing about Monster Bash is, first of all, you tend to have the older celebrities, people who maybe a lot of people have never heard of, but I personally have been fans of many of these people since I'm a small child. Some I've met already, and some I haven't met yet, and I'm looking forward so much. These are real old-timers. They were in movies in the 40s and 50s and 60s, and it's really quite an incredible event. So you have not as many celebrities as you have at Chiller, but more celebrities that I'm interested in. I mean, at Chiller this year, there was only 2 or 3 people I was really interested in meeting, and also some of the ones I was interested in, they were charging so much money for autographs, it wasn't worth it. As opposed to Monster Bash, first of all, you don't have people charging tremendous amounts at Monster Bash. That's the first thing. And almost everybody there I'm interested in meeting. Even the ones I've met already, I'm interested in meeting again. This year, who I wanted to meet in the past, haven't had the opportunity. Those include the number one that I'm looking forward to meet, that I haven't met before, is Bert I. Gordon. Because ever since, as long as I can remember watching these old monster movies, I always knew if I saw a Burt I. Gordon movie from the 50s and maybe some from the 60s, I knew I was going to like it. I'll be honest, I didn't really much care for a lot of his movies that he made in the 70s. I only saw one or two of them, and I didn't enjoy them. Maybe, now I'm a bit older, maybe I'll appreciate them more. But when I was a kid, I loved all of Burt I. Gordon's movies from the 50s. One of the first I remember seeing was Beginning of the End, which they will be showing. That's the other thing about Monster Bash. It's different than Chiller. Is Monster Bash is a film festival. You have lectures. I gave a lecture last year there, and it's on my YouTube channel. And that's what sets it apart. Is first of all, the celebrities where there are more my type of celebrities. And there's not as many, so you don't feel like, you have to pick which ones you want to see. You can really see them all. But what's really special is, combined with that, is the movies and the lectures and the interviews with the people live there on stage. It's just an awesome event. Just some of the examples of what. So like I said, who's there this year? Burt I. Gordon, and they're going to have us, talk with him on the stage live with questions and answers and everything. And they're going to show one of the first movies I ever remember seeing from Burt I. Gordon, which was called Beginning of the End. And it's about giant grasshoppers that attack Chicago. And the thing with Burt I. Gordon in most of his movies, the way he did the special effects, was that he had the actual animals, close-ups, and a few years ago I bought his autobiography. He sent an autographed copy, and he describes, what he had to go through, to get the permits to use these animals. For example, so this movie had giant grasshoppers. So they had to make sure that he only had male grasshoppers, and they had so many grasshoppers that they used, and it was a particular type of grasshopper, because they didn't want to have like a whole plague of locusts. They generally called them locusts in the movie, which is probably more accurate. And I always just loved that movie ever since I was a kid. Later on I saw the Mystery Science Theater 3000 version, but I remember taping it off of AMC back when AMC actually showed old movies instead of movies from like when I was a kid, and now they have their own shows and stuff. I mean, whatever, I don't have cable or satellite anyway, so it doesn't matter for me anymore, but like that's my memories from as a kid watching AMC, watching these really old, not really old movies, but sometimes really old movies. I remember some silent movies on AMC, but I miss that, those but anyway, it's a different world now because we have the Roku. You can watch Netflix and Amazon and all kinds of stuff, and so it's you can watch what you want when you want. That's one person I'm looking forward to meeting. Another one, when I was a kid, also Nick at Night used to have the old TV shows, and now, as I understand it, not that I watch it, but I've heard they have shows like from when I was a kid, not the real old shows anymore. But when I was a kid, one of my favorite shows on Nick at Night was F Troop. I remember Rabbi Weinberger talking about F Troop. And on F Troop, one of the last surviving cast members is Larry Storch, who played Corporal Agarn. And I was thinking he had a birthday party in Manhattan back in December or January or something, and I was thinking of going. Whatever, our car broke down then. We didn't have a chance to go. We weren't planning to go. We were actually driving to the zoo that day, but whatever it is. But and he was supposed to be in another Monster Bash, and he wasn't able to make it. And God willing, he should make it. He should be healthy and well. Both of them, they should be healthy and well. They're both in their 90s. meet Bird-Eye Gordon and to meet Larry Storch. I'm really looking forward to meeting them. And then Terry Moore, who, I remember, and the reason why she's there is for the movie Mighty Joe Young, and they're going to be showing Mighty Joe Young also on the big screen there at Monster Bash. And some people argue whether or not Mighty Joe Young is actually a monster movie, but it definitely is within the King Kong genre, if not more just for the fact that so many of the cast and crew of King Kong were involved in it, and Ray Harryhausen, that was his first feature as far as I can think. I know he made shorts before that, but I can't think of any features that he made before Mighty Joe Young. So that's a very special movie, and so to get to meet Terry Moore, who was the star of that film, and then another person who we did meet at the first time we went to Monster Bash, and we're looking forward to meeting again, especially because my son is such a fan of Creature from the Black Lagoon, is the last living Universal monster is Mr. Rico Browning, who played the Creature from the Black Lagoon in the underwater scenes, and he was also the creator of the show Flipper, which we used to watch on Nickelodeon when we were kids. We'd watch the reruns from the 60s, and I love, Revenge of the Creature is really my favorite of the three Creature from the Black Lagoon films, and that is what they'll be showing this year at Monster Bash, so we're very excited for that. And again, all these movies we've seen, but it's nice to see that. And then who else is going to be there? Gary Conway, who played I Was a Teenage Frankenstein, a movie that I enjoyed in my youth as well. I remember buying a VHS tape of that film in Middletown. There was a store, I think it was called Media Play, and they had, you buy VHS tapes there, and I loved going there and looking through all the monster movies they had there. The one who played the teenage werewolf in How to Make a Monster, which is what they're going to show there. They're going to show How to Make a Monster on the outdoor big screen, the drive-in there, which is going to be a lot of fun. So we're looking forward to that also. I don't remember, the famous, I Was a Teenage Werewolf, that was Michael Landon. Of course, he's passed away quite a number of years ago. I remember when he passed away. So obviously he won't be there, but the other teenage werewolf that AIP made, I don't remember his name offhand, but that's a cool movie, How to Make a Monster, and they're going to show it there, so that'll be a lot of fun. And what else? With Ron Adams, who runs this really wonderful event, he was once interviewed. It's on a YouTube video I saw. He said, the folks who come to Monster Bash are more likely to be fans of Laurel and Hardy than they are of Nightmare on Elm Street. And I think, I can't speak for other people, but I think that pretty much describes my personal, viewpoint. And there at Monster Bash, they not only show the monster movies, but they also show comedy movies from those days. So this year there's going to be one with Bob Hope, which I heard is a very good movie, probably one of Hope's better movies, and one of his few with a haunted house theme. So that's going to be fun. And what they always show is Abbott and Costello. They're going to show Time of Their Lives, which is a great Abbott and Costello film. They're going to show Three Stooges, they always show. Little Rascals, they always show. So this is going to be a tremendously fun event. We're really looking forward to it. Like I said, family friendly, fun, educational, interesting. They have, like I said, they have the different speakers, different authors, speaking on all kinds of interesting monster-related subjects. They have our neighbor Joey Vento. When I say neighbor, anybody in Sullivan and Orange County is my neighbor, I consider. He lives in Orange County, and he has the Haunted Barn Museum, and he has all of these incredible artifacts from all these monster movies, and he's going to bring some of those along. I'll see if I'll be able to stay that late. That's one of the last shows on Sunday at the program. But that should be quite an interesting event there. So really looking forward to going to Mars next week for this very, very special event of Monster Bash. It's something we look forward to really all year long. When the Monster Bash ends, we start looking forward to next year's Monster Bash. They do have an October program. I can't make it this year because it's Yontiv. It's in Simchas Torah. It's in Ohio this year. It sounds like a really awesome event. If you're not Jewish, it would be, I would suggest to go. If you like monster movies, they're going to show all 8 of the original Universal monster movies on this very big screen at a movie palace in Ohio. That sounds like a great event. I wish I could make it, but of course, Yontiv is much more important. But if it wasn't Yontiv, I would probably go out to Ohio for something like that, because just the Monster Bash people are so great. We've made really good friends with someone there, is Chris Yeworth. Now, Chris Yeworth is the son of Irving Yeworth, who made The Blob. This year they're going to show The Blob on the screen there. And he made other movies like The 4D Man and The Dinosaurus and some other movies. And it's going to be, so he has just incredible stories about, hanging out with Steve McQueen, with Patty Duke, with Pat Boone, going to Israel with Pat Boone, and he's a very, very colorful character. We enjoy spending time talking to him. My kids really enjoy talking to him too. And so he's going to be there, and a whole bunch of other interesting folks. So we're really excited. We hope we'll be able to make it as we planned. We have our tickets already. We have our hotel booked. So anybody else who wants to join us or meet us there, love to greet you there at the Bash. Always a lot of fun. It's one thing I'm impressed by there is that this is probably one of the few conventions I could think of where they have Sunday morning, they have a church service, because there's a Catholic priest who comes, Father Mike. He comes there and he has his monster t-shirts, and he conducts a service, a non-denominational service. I haven't been able to make it there. It's early in the morning, Sunday morning. But the fact that they have something like that at the convention, to me, means a lot as a member of the clergy, because it shows that, this is a place where God is honored, even if it's in a way different than I practice. But I think that's really a beautiful, beautiful aspect of this really wonderful event. That's just like I said, and it also shows that it's a family-friendly, event, and so we're really, really looking forward to going to Mars next week. We don't know if we're going to leave Thursday or early Friday morning, but one of those times we're going to be heading to Mars to enjoy. And there's just a lot of great people there. David the Rock Nelson, who's a fun YouTube figure. He comes there. Mr. Lobo, who's a horror host. I could talk a lot about our past experiences at Monster Bash. How we wound up going there the first time. Quite an interesting story. And the first 2 years we just went Sunday. We left Saturday night, and we just went Sunday. Last year we decided we're gonna get a hotel there, stay there for Shabbos, bring Shabbos food, have kosher Shabbos. But even though it's some folks will say it's not necessarily Shabbos Sviva. All right, I gotta take care of something. We were able to keep Shabbos and enjoy a lot of fun. So, and there's actually a Facebook group from fandom that talks about how to go to convention, and one of the postings I saw there is how you can keep Shabbos while you go to a convention, which is quite interesting. And when we read that, we got that idea. Maybe we could do that, and it's definitely worth it. It's not that expensive. It's only like $20 a day, and I think it's actually cheaper if you go all 3 days. Then it comes to be only I don't know, $12 a day, and the kids are free, and it's just all in all, it's just a lot of fun, So I think it was something like $80 for our whole family. I'm saying for the tickets. Then of course you have to pay for a hotel room, but that's not a big deal. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. God bless people.